Hi, welcome to the Industry Screencast on Immigration Law by Angelina Liang. So who are immigration lawyers? Immigration lawyers are the lawyers who work specifically with non-citizens or immigrants. They deal with attaining and renewing visas, such as work visas for corporations and student visas for universities, and the naturalization process and legal status in immigration courts. Some key skills that every successful immigration lawyer must have is listed here for you to see. Experience and high prior success rates go hand in hand because both contribute to building a strong reputation that clients will feel comfortable with, and thus expanding your client base. It is also imperative to have access to comprehensive and accurate information because immigration laws are so convoluted and dynamic that you have to constantly update your knowledge on the law. Communication and negotiation skills are also extremely important, both verbally and in writing, because of the persuasive nature of the industry. Also, immigration lawyers will be interacting regularly with limited English speakers, so clear communication skills are even more important. Because immigration lawyers usually take 30 to 40 cases at a time, strong organizational and multitasking skills are needed. Strong ethical standards are also extremely important because immigration law lawyers will usually be interacting with immigrants who may not be the most financially well off and thus are vulnerable to unethical practices and exploitation. Because immigration law is an industry based on human capital and labor, physical capital and technology just aren't as important. However, the increase in technology has been helpful because law firms are starting to use computers and cell phones to collect, file, and transfer documents and information. However, although they can be helpful, it has also been detrimental because the rise of the computer and internet also means that there is now accessible information and easy to follow instructions online on navigating some of the immigration procedures. This easily accessible information competes with immigration lawyers. In regards to employment, competition is rising because there are an increasing amount of law school students graduating from law school. You do need a Juris Doctorate degree to practice immigration law because it is law after all. And most graduates start out at law firms, but around 20% are self-employed. The projected growth is around 6%, which is considered about average, and the average salary is about $88,000, which is a little lower than the average lawyer. However, it's still a livable wage nonetheless. Politics, economics, and the media trends all affected the field of immigration recently to a great extent. In the recent 2016 election, undocumented immigration was one of the biggest topics of debate. Due to that political rhetoric, there was a dramatic increase in strict immigration laws. In the first half of 2017, the number of immigration laws skyrocketed by 90%. Economically, anti-immigrant sentiments began to arise during around the time of the Great Recession, so 2008, because people were blaming immigrants for taking their jobs. As unemployment rose, there was more pressure from people on legislators to push more anti-immigrant laws. Note that immigration cases tend to be either pro bono or discounted, so even if the demand for immigration lawyers significantly increased, the revenue did not. With all this political and economic focus on immigration, the media started to cover it more because it was such a hot-button issue. The media then created a loop that shined even more light on the issue of immigration on the national agenda. Politics, the economy, and the media are all interconnected and play off each other to create an atmosphere that threatened the welfare of immigrants. The stakes for immigrants became so much higher due to these strict immigration laws, and thus immigration lawyers came in high demand. Some tools for keeping up with the industry are the American Bar Association, the American Immigration Lawyers Association, and USCIS. The first two provide more information on industry, laws, and interpretations, while the last one is a federal website that has more information on federal immigration and procedures. Thank you for listening to my screencast.